What is up, my arch fiends of chaos? This is another coming from another video from none other than your king of the night 57, and it's another story time. So this is when I was 12 years old and I was living in the Oak Park hood. You know, little duplexes were, where we got little corner stores, a tattoo shop, a couple of liquor stores back when, and Blockbuster right next to the liquor store. And shit. So, it's like one of those things. This is my old neighborhood, not old neighborhood, but somewhere there in the middle. But anyways, I wanted to get some job experience because I was a smart kid, and well, they opened up a card store and I was playing Yu-Gi-Oh, of course. This is actually because I've been playing Yu-Gi-Oh since I was a kid. Okay, so I've been playing the game since it first came out. So. I watched it out, and at the time, I was so into Harry Potter, because I was watching Harry Potter movies when I was a kid, that I actually wanted to build a Yu-Gi-Oh deck based off of wizards and spellcasters. So, I was into Dark Magician a little bit, just a little bit. It was like a small phase, because, I was always the kind of a type of duelist, but I saw a Dark Magician card in the Collector's Corner, and that's what it was called, which now is Collector's Cash now. But before it was Collector's Corner, they sold Magic the Gathering and Yu-Gi-Oh cards because they're like the biggest card games. I don't even think they sold Pokemon cards, but I can't remember exactly what they sold and stuff like that. So for the Dark Magician, and the reason why the Dark Magician is so important to the story is that they had the LOB Dark Magician, my favorite artwork of the Dark Magician, the LOB one, with the green skin and the blonde hair. Different from the Star Deck Yugi one. And it was only $10, of course. I had to, mow lawns and stuff like that in order to get money. And, I foolishly spent money even worse than I did before. So I've been foolishly spending money since all my life. But the point, okay. So we're going to get back to the backtrack. So I was asking if there's one way to pay, another alternative form of payment. Meaning that there's an alternative besides my parents' credit card and stuff like this. My granny would never pay $10 for Yu-Gi-Oh cards. She always thought it was a waste of money for me to buy what she calls, a paper with shiny text and stuff. Because it was shiny gold letter, first edition LOB, which is Legend of Blue Eyes, Dark Magician. And if anyone knows anything about Yu-Gi-Oh, Legend of Blue Eyes is the very first Yu-Gi-Oh pack ever. Of course, it was common to get that because this is way back then. And so what I did is I kind of asked them for a job. So I got a little volunteering experience. I volunteered enough until I was actually able to pay for the Dark Magician. Of course. But, fortune didn't smile on me pretty well because guess what happened? Guess what happened? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Someone bought the Dark Magician right under me when I was actually working in the store to pay for it. And that was the only one. I guess because Dark Magician decks were coming back a little bit in the circuit. Or at least people used them. I don't know. You don't never know with all this stuff. But the point I'm trying to say is that, yeah, pretty much someone cucked me out of a Dark Magician card really badly under my nose when I was working there. So I still worked in the card store until the summer was over because I needed something to do as a kid. I was 12 years old. I think I aged out of the daycare system, so I couldn't go to daycare because I was 12 years old, which makes sense because, this is when kids go into their hormones, and this is where kids will start beating themselves off. You know what I mean? Because this is the time where to get close to middle school. So understandably so. But I needed to do something during the summer. So I just pretty much went swimming. Took swimming lessons. Cut grass on the duplex. And my neighbor's yards. And pretty much just spent the whole entire summer working in the card store. So I knew what was good and what was not good. And this is when meta actually really mattered. People bought cards based off meta and how valuable the card is in the pack. The reason why the Dark Magician was $10 is because because Dark Magician and Blue Eyes and Exodia were ace cards. Because I think this is the time. I think at the time I was working here, I think Magic Ruler, Spell Ruler was the set that came out. Because after the summer of working there, when the year began, they started selling Pharaoh Servant. But I had to quit the job because it was only a summer tryout, so it was actually just volunteer, if nothing else. It was nothing but volunteering, but... So, pretty much, I didn't get to have the Dark Magician, but the point is, I had some good experience on selling stuff and stuff. Now, it was kind of hard because I'm not, proficient with numbers. A nice way to say it, so, cash register stuff was kind of difficult, but I kind of figured it out a little bit from time to time. The only thing that really was really hard is knowing the value of the cards, because I never played the meta back in the kid. I just played for fun. I never played in tournaments. I never played to compete. If I went to Battlezone and that was like the card shop where you do play tournaments and stuff like that, which by the way, it stunk like neck beard, poopy butt, Taco Bell stain ass. Of course, as a kid, it didn't matter because you're a kid, you're there for fun. I played just only for fun. I never played competitive. So, it didn't really matter to me, which, that's why they had to let me go, because it's like, I didn't understand the new trends or the new things coming out, and stuff like that. I kind of accidentally sold Blue Eyes Toon Dragon from the Spell Ruler for less than what it really is. And the card shop owner guy didn't like that. But luckily, he knew my summer trial was almost over and I had to go back to school, so he had to let me go, of course. And it was only volunteer experience anyway, so it didn't really matter, if anything else. It makes sense that it didn't really matter. But if I can tell you what I learned, is that, if you work at a card shop, make sure it's absolutely something you really want to do, because I'm telling you right now, you're not gonna get no special kind of reward for it. And it's just if you do work at a card shop, you gotta understand meta, what is in, what is out, and all that stuff. So what are people actually using, and make sure you don't sell the card for what it really is worth. Because they really are stickler on that. And again, I was 12 years old. I was stupid. I was on some stupid shit when I was 12 years old. Again, I was dumb. I'm a kid. Kids are stupid. Let's be honest. Kids are stupid. Let's be honest. When you're a child, you're not smart. You're not very smart. You're not very intelligent. You think I'm horrible with game now with girls. Wait till you see how I pick up girls when I was 12 and 13 years old. Oh yeah. Yeah, actually don't picture it, because you'll have nightmares and it'll cause you to have anxiety. But I was a pretty dumb kid, so I didn't get to have the job right after my summer trial, which made sense. And then a couple years later, it turned to Collector's Cash. It moved around until you see the current iteration of Collector's Cash, because it used to be called Collector's Corner. It's just a small card store. It used to be a ma-pa card store, but I enjoyed it because I played Yu-Gi-Oh! And I did get to buy some of my cards there, even if I didn't get to buy the Dark Magician. I did buy, I did get a little bit of packs from there and there. I guess they felt bad I couldn't have my Dark Magician, so they had to give me something. So, and they couldn't give me no money because this was a volunteering thing. And, I'm not, I can't legally, you can't, in the state of Kansas, you can't legally work until you get to 16, at the age of 16. So they can't legally give you any money. So, they can give you something that's worth money. And I got packs. I got me like a whole bunch of Legend of Blue Eyes because I was hoping to get the Dark Magician, which never happened. I think the best thing I got was Gaia, the Dragon Champion, but nonetheless, that's my story. Working at the card shop at age 12, and may the crystal be with you.